We weren't expecting rain, and unfortunately we weren't able to get the battery box sealed up. So this is the current setup. He tied some tarp to the roof so that we could take off this tarp and see how much got wet.
Looks like a little bit in the front half here got wet, but just barely. So we're just gonna let it dry over the next few days. We'll leave it up like this, and I'll probably put a bead of caulk or something to keep it from coming in. And we'll try to dry. The batteries did get a teeny bit wet, but there's really not much moisture in the box, so I'm happy with that. And I can dry it up with a t-shirt, you know. So this is the 24 volt wiring. I could only find black cords, so I bought some red electrical tape to mark them so I know which one is positive and negative, and I'm just adding on the ends now to hook into the fuse box. just like that. Happy with that?
Yeah.
And then we can build over and up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smart.
Smart. Okay. So first, pull that off. And I need to mix up some epoxy. I need to glue that in, but I need to figure out how I'm going to keep it there. Hey, so we're standing at the helm here, and right above here and here, I added in bolts for the radar. So the radar is now sitting on the roof like this, and this long beam we're gonna remove, so it'll be the highest point there on the roof. Yeah, right now this is the sump pump box. So I'm adding my first layer of epoxy.
So why are we using that instead of the...
So the sump pump box that I bought, it is very square and our space is very not square. So instead, we're gonna add this box in so that it fits the shape of our canoe. And the idea is we just need a box that'll hold water. So I'm making a wooden box, coating it in epoxy. I'll do a few layers of this, and this should make it pretty watertight.
Now what? Whoa. Now we go get bolts.
So we've gotten a bunch of comments talking about the bathroom, and it gave me a lot to think about. A few of the comments were saying that we need to be really careful with condensation. So this got me thinking. Some people said that they put a batting in. Some people said that they, just something in between the wood that you use for your shower pan and the hull of the boat. So essentially, what I'm thinking now, basically all this filleting was for naught. And I am going to instead put a sheet of 1/4 inch marine ply up against here to create my liner basically for the shower. So it'll be a completely separate piece of wood. That way, if we ever do get a leak from people putting their hands up or whatever, it'll rot out that wood and not the whole wood. So I appreciate the comments, guys. It's keeping us on our toes and teaching us a lot. So if you guys have any advice for us, throw it in the comments section, and we'll make sure to read it and look up on it.
Hold on. They're still turning on the computer.
So what are you doing?
So I'm connecting to the solar charger right now to do the settings so that the solar can start to charge. And I'll set up each of the different chargers to understand what batteries they're coming from and what batteries they're given to. So the next thing that we're going to do is sand the first layer of epoxy. We need to put on a second layer, probably a third layer as well. But in order to get the epoxy to bond to itself, we need to sand it down with like 60 to 120 grit, give or take, sandpaper. And that'll allow the next to adhere. If you look, as I'm looking around, I do see spots where the wood really soaked in a lot of epoxy. So that tells me that we need to do another round of it. Also, we're changing the shower ideas basically again. We're doing a shower pan now instead of doing fiberglassing directly on the hull. I learned that it's best to have a separate shower pan, so we're gonna put in some 1/4 inch marine ply across the ribs all the way back in this space. The first board will come up to here. The second one will do this here, and it will cover the walls. I'm gonna try to do one cut that does the entire space and gives room for the bulkhead. One of the rules I learned was don't glue it to the hull or to the ribs or to the bulkheads. Instead, you want to leave a gap and add some sealant so it's got some flex and some move as the boat flexes. So I need to make these cuts with a little gap. And I've got to figure out a way to basically make essentially a new bulkhead here, front and back covered by the plywood in order to watertight this bulkhead without gluing to it. So it's a little bit of a process and it's going to take some time, but we're getting there.
Okay, so the bathroom has been epoxied for the second time. The head. It's a head, not a bathroom. And all of the panels that are going to be sitting against the bulkhead, against the hull, have also been epoxied once. And right now Cedric is on deck putting the brackets on the rest of the solar panels. got the fridge out today. Now the only question is, how do we get it on the boat? We got lucky and someone said, hey, use that dolly. So we didn't have to carry it all the way down to the dinghy. Yeah, a little scary. Where are you? Did it. Here's our fridge. Freezer. Open. $700 for this cutie. Haha.
Hey guys, so we just got done with trim and filleting today. So I cut out these trim pieces and epoxied them yesterday, and then I put them in with the fillet on the side, attaching board to board, not board to hull, but board to board. And then around the bulkheads, I built in some boxes. You can see that there. And this way the bulkhead has nothing attached to it except for screws. I ran out of screws, so I have still to do this one and the back wall. But most of it's done for now. And next will be fiberglassing. Hey guys, so we are on the tail end of our first major project, the bathroom. We're getting all of the trim pieces in. We're doing basically the caulking, the fillet, and getting ready to fiberglass. And it just feels like it's been such a journey to get here. Learning what to cut, what not to cut, how to cut it.
How things go together.
My goodness, I didn't even know I needed a pan to begin with. So it's been fast learning. It's been a wild ride. So I appreciate you guys who have followed along. And on the next episode, we're gonna be finishing up the bathroom. This weekend we're gonna start, and next weekend it'll be on the video. So thank you guys for following along. Please make sure to subscribe to get the new videos. Hit that bell, otherwise you won't get notified. And yeah, man, we'll see you next week.